Welcome friends to the tea. Welcome everyone to the tea. Welcome. Feel free to just listen to this video. You don't have to watch it. It's just me talking. It's just gonna be a video update about what's been going on. I haven't blogged too much lately. I think that I've been actively blogging up until like around Mother's Day, and then just I have been so busy. There's been a lot of things going on in my life. Good things. I have put in my 2 weeks notice with my employer because I accidentally told somebody at work. I didn't accidentally tell somebody at work, okay? I told somebody at work that I was moving out of state, and somebody else overheard and they told my manager, and so the word got out. So my work knew about me leaving like a month and a half before I actually plan on leaving. And so they kept asking me like when I'm gonna put my notice in. They want to make it official because they hired somebody recently, not to take my spot, but they put somebody else in my spot because it's not something you just hire somebody off the street. But anyway, I put in, so this is what's been happening, okay? Well, you know, today is June 20th. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's exciting, okay? It's exciting. But I'm quitting my corporate job. I have officially put in my notice. July 4th is my last day, quote unquote, but I am using my last PTO day that I have left. So my official last day is July 4th, but my last day is June 2nd. So we are 2 weeks from less than 2 weeks from my last day of work, and I am so excited. I'm scared. Oh, there was a noise outside. I'm scared and I'm excited at the same time. I am quitting my job, so no more, salary. I have a salaried position, so no more money coming in on my end. My husband has got a job now. He's been working for 2 weeks. Yay. So that's good. So we got that going for us. But it's still scary because I don't know what my plans are. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life exactly. The only things I got in my mind right now is I'm going to stay in Mexico for a few months. I don't know if that's going to be forever. There are so many things up in the air. So yes, I quit my job and I don't know what I'm doing next. I have no plan. For right now, the plan is to just go down there, stay with my mom, work on my Mexico project that hopefully will make us passive income. Exactly what are we doing down there? I could explain it more. I'll probably do another video about it, but basically we are building apartments to rent in Tijuana, and it's a pretty big project. We've been at it for a year, a little bit less than a year now. We stopped construction, but the project is starting up again. We're starting construction. Oh my god, those dogs. Feels like we're in Mexico. Let me close that door. What's that? All that fuss. Fucking dog. Jesus. Alright, so that's what's been going on, okay? I put in I've been just like working, focusing on work, missing my husband, putting in my official notice that I'm leaving my company. HR had me sign some paperwork. All of that's done. My heart is racing. I'm scared. I am excited. I got all kinds of feelings. I am packing. I got a few boxes packed already. I'm doing some more packing this weekend because time is now ticking. Okay, time. It feels like now I'm in starting. The race is starting right now because today's the 20th. We are leaving on the 2nd, on the 4th, on July 4th. So I got like 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks to be all packed up and ready to go. Take care of bills, take care of this and that. I did purchase a motorcycle carrier that already came. I got it from Amazon after a lots of research. Because we're taking my husband's motorcycle so he can use that in California to get to and from work. That's going to be a great gas saver because, you know, gas is more expensive down there. Right now we're ranging around like $3.70 to $4 a gallon here in Oregon, but in California it's higher than that. It's more like $4 to $5, between $4 and $5 a gallon. So been focusing on that. I had one graduation, a wedding. Well, in the last 2 months, it's been rough. It's been crazy. I had one graduation, a wedding, like 3 birthday parties. I have another birthday party tomorrow, and then I have another birthday party, in memory of party for somebody really close in my family the following week. So it's like all these things happening while I'm trying to save money, and I am so happy to show you guys my little savings book that I started. I think I started this on May 4th, May 6th. I started this on May 6th. Today is July 20th. As of the 8th of June, I had $590 saved on here, doing my little cash stuffing project. And if you haven't seen those videos, I'll put the link at the end of this video. But like, look at this baby, full of cash. Not just that, but see right here, $590. So that's actually almost 600 bucks. Okay, it's actually almost 600 bucks, and I'm putting 140 in there. 590 plus 140. I'm gonna have $730 in there. Woo! So there's that. So I'm trying to save as much money as I can because I am going to be jobless and incomeless in less than 2 weeks. We're gonna be living off of one income, and that's my husband's, and that's the reason why I'm staying in Mexico with my mom, because we're gonna save a lot of money that way. He's just gonna be right across the border. Crazy. Everybody is asking us like what we're doing, and we're saying like, oh, we don't know, we're just gonna go work down by the border, make money, work on our project, and then we'll see. We don't know what we're doing, and people are just giving us weird stares like, what are you guys doing? You guys are crazy. You guys are leaving your home. Our manufactured home is gonna stay in our kids' hands for now. They are going to pay the land. We don't, our home is paid off. We just pay the lot rent for the home to be here, obviously, in this park that we live at. So the kids are gonna just continue to live here and pay the lot rent to just, you know, live here and save money, because it saves them money to do so. Eventually, I mean, they're gonna move out and get their own apartment or buy their house. I don't know, you know, their plans, because they're grown. But like when that happens, we're gonna sell this manufactured home. So this is just money sitting here. This manufactured home is just money sitting here waiting for us to come and say to sell it, basically. But anyway, that's another story. So what's coming up? We are going to start, I'm getting very excited about planning our little birthday trip for my daughter Bella to Disneyland. It's her 11th birthday, and she's been asking this for 2 years. And if you live on another state that's not California or Florida, you know that going to Disneyland is so expensive. But I'm gonna try to do it on a budget. And now that we are going to live only 3 hours away from Disneyland, it's gonna be so much better and easier because we're not gonna have to have flight expenses or rent a car. So doing a flight and renting a car was gonna cost us like maybe $1,500 to $2,000. So now we don't have to worry about those two expenses. We're just gonna do a hotel and then, you know, Disneyland, whatever that is. But I am taking my mom and my sister most likely with me, so that's fine though. I mean, like, family is family, you know. And I'm really happy that they're gonna be able to join us. I'm gonna purchase their tickets for them so they can come along with us. And you know, we're still gonna do it on a budget either way. So there's 3 of us plus them, so 5. So, you know, I'll be doing like a little how much I spend at Disneyland video. You'll see that coming. This is happening at the end of July. This is like around her birthday. And then after, the other thing I'm super excited about is the Mexico project, which we are in the process of building 3 small apartments. Hopefully this time around in a few months we'll have those 3 apartments finished. That's phase 1. Let me write it down. Always write down your plans, and this will help you make them become a reality. Set goals, write your plans and set goals, and obviously come up with a plan to make it happen. But we are starting the Mexico project again. Phase 1, we are building 3 apartments, 3 small apartments. And then once that's done, fingers crossed, we will rent those apartments out for around, I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to give too much details because it's exciting. I don't want to jinx it, but we'll rent those apartments, and then we have another piece of land that we have invested money in that we are still paying for that land. And maybe at that time it'll be a good time to build what I want to do in the other piece of land. So these first 3 apartments are 2-bedroom 1-bath apartments for like a small family. And once we rent those 3, we'll kind of let that rent money stack up. Yeah, that's right. Stack up in like a bank account, right? Just let that money start stacking up. And while that's happening, I want to look at building 3 studios or efficiencies, because I think those have more higher rentability, especially in TJ, for people that are like a couple or a single person or a couple with a small baby child. So it's gonna be like, you know, a big huge bedroom, small kitchen on the side, and then their own little small bathroom. I've already designed it, and I think that I am going to, since my husband he has built homes in the past and he has experience with that, in that other piece of land, which originally we had bought that land because we were supposed to build our house to live in it, but I'm really leaning towards investing money into making those 3 studio apartments. I don't know if we'll be able to fit 4 in there. It's with the measurements, I would have to check into that. But it's like a long piece of land. It looks like a pizza. Like it starts off white and it gets like a little bit like leaner at the front, but not too much. So that's how I said it. I just look at it like a pizza slice. But I forgot how many meters across at the front. I think it's 7 meters across, which is still not that small if you think about it. So a meter is about 3 feet. So so we're gonna, I mean, that's my plan, okay, in my head. We'll have to see, because my husband, he's like, I don't know, I think I already got him convinced on that. But anyway, that is like a long-term plan, right? That's probably like a year down the line from right now. Right now, I don't have much of a plan other than go stay with my mom to save money in Mexico. I'll be doing some videos of how much money I spent living in Mexico, like groceries and bills and stuff like that. And right now that's my focus in starting the project again. We don't have the money up front, so we're gonna have to get a loan from the bank. And because my credit is super good, I'm almost at 800 on my credit. If you want tips, let me know. I can give tips on how I got my credit from like a 500 to an 800. It's taken me like 9 years. Well, actually sooner than that. Like it took me like 6 years to get up in the 700s. But I've been like working on it and making a lot of mistakes, of course. Running up those credit cards and then paying them off and stuff like that. So at this point, I have gained a lot of knowledge on how credit works. And so my credit's at 800, which means that I have been able to borrow money in the past from my bank at 0% for up to a year. So this is what I'm going to try to attempt. I'm going to try to attempt to get a $10,000 loan for a year with 0% APR. And I guess I will update you guys in a few days, because I'm about to do this because it takes them like 2 or 3 weeks to approve and process and have the money in my bank account. And I'm leaving in exactly 2 weeks from now. Yeah, oh my God. Okay, in exactly 2 weeks from now, we are going to be driving off into I-5 South with all of our rest of our belongings. We already took a few things down there, like clothes and stuff like that. We're just going to take a few more things. Wish us luck. We're going to start over and work to make our dream come true. What is the end goal of all of this? You might be asking yourself. I mean, this blog that I'm doing is pretty new, right? So what is the end goal? The end goal of all this is for us to have passive income so that we can travel. Now, we're not gonna like drop everything and just like go and travel, although that would be a dream come true for me. I'm really drawn to the RV life, so maybe we could do that. Maybe in a few months we might buy an RV as well. Well, we'll just see how things work out, right? Because we're going to be living off of one income, which is my husband's in California. But the end goal is to have this passive income to be able to travel around. We have a list. We have a wish list of places where we want to go, including Europe. And we are not going to like be out there like dining and whining and going to the most, finest hotels in Italy or whatever, Spain. No, we are going to do it on a budget. Why? Because I just love traveling, and not because I can't. I mean, I could afford it, I guess, but it would I think it's more fun when you're doing it. Of course, we're going to dine out when we're traveling because we have, but we are also going to go out and just, eat what the locals eat and, stay in a nice hotel, but not like super luxurious, out of our budget kind of thing. So just because we want to show people, I want to show people that for the average person, that it's not impossible for you to travel. It's not unreachable. It's very, very possible. When I grew up poor in the U.S., my family was, my parents were seamstress, and they were always getting paid like minimum wage. And there was 3 of us, 3 sisters. So we grew up poor, and we always have that mental mindset about like, oh, it's never gonna happen for us, it's not possible, because we're poor people. Poor people don't travel. Poor people, they might go to Mexico, but like it was like unthinkable for us to be able to like go to like Hawaii or Europe, or even Cancun seemed unreachable. When people would tell me about going to Cancun or even Vegas, I would be like, when I was in like my early 20s, when my kids were little, I would be like, yeah, no, I don't, yeah, I can't afford it. If it's your dream, you're gonna make it happen. So I want to show people, the average person, that you can go wherever you want. And it's not as expensive as you think it is. It just takes a little bit of planning, a little bit of saving, and you can make your dreams come true. Whatever your dream is, you can make it come true. I'm not a minimalist, but I have definitely taken a lot of that minimalism mindset and applied it to my home and my things. So you're gonna see later on, I think I have shown here what my skincare routine is. Very basic, and like, you know, I'm definitely still working on. Hi Bella.
Hi.
I'm definitely still working on that, and with that comes saving money hand in hand with being a minimalist. It really helps. And also, I am a thrifter as well. I have made money in the past by thrifting and selling stuff on eBay. I had a lot of fun doing that and learning a lot about what is something that could be worth some money, just by looking at it. But of course, you know, there's tools you can use, there's tips and tricks. So I don't know if I'll be doing that in the future. Maybe I will, just to make some extra money on the side. So me being in Mexico and my husband living off the income of my husband, I'm not just gonna sit there and like spend his money. I'm going to try to find a way to make, you know, have a side hustle to make some money, so that we're not just like spending, but we're actually contributing to meeting our dreams. Whether it's like selling some food or snacks in Mexico, like setting up my own little snack shop or whatever, or thrifting stuff to sell, which I've done before. Again, I've thrifted shoes, clothing. In fact, I have some clothing in Mexico that I might sell on Facebook Marketplace. It's gonna be a little iffy, but we'll see. So I've done that. I've sold appliances, vacuums, everything. I think everything you can think of, I was thrifting and making money a couple years ago. But anyways, this is the end of this update. It's June 20th. It's gonna be really crazy in the upcoming days, but I would try to like at least blog myself, like taking down some of the stuff that I'm gonna be taking. We're not taking big furniture, we're just taking our personal stuff. We're taking our king mattress, just because we bought that not even 5 years ago, and it was like over $1,000, and it's very comfortable, and it kind of makes sense to just take it instead of buying a new one over there. We're gonna try our hardest to do that. You know, there's like some other things, the smaller things that I gotta take apart, and including my desk, which I bought from IKEA not even 6 months ago. But so I can set up my little I want to set up a little studio / office / workout area in Mexico, and you're gonna see that. I'm gonna show you that, how I'm gonna set that up and get that going. I already bought some like fitness stuff with my jobs. They have a fitness reimbursement program, so I bought some fitness stuff, and I'm getting reimbursed on my next paycheck. I've used all my points to buy gift cards, and I was able to like do some things with it. So definitely, you know, getting that, saving as much money as could be saved, but still having fun. So I will see you guys in a few days on the next one.